Hey guys, it's Heather. So today I'm going to be doing my September favorites. I do want to mention that I didn't upload a Sunday favorites this past week because if you can't tell, I've been really sick all week. I hadn't even worn makeup all in that week time just because I was coughing and my daughter was sick. It was just a mess around here. So, but I did want to make sure I did a September favorites. I'm going to talk about some of my standout products for the month. Now, as I mentioned in the past, I've never really done a weekly favorites, and so basically what I'm justifying that as is like standout products throughout the week, stuff that I just can't live without. Excuse me, see, I'm sorry, I'm still sick. But stuff I can't live without in that week's time, and then I'm just going to go through and like at the top of my head, like stuff that really stood out to me throughout the month. I'm going to include. You may have seen it in the weekly favorites, you may not have, like I said, because I'm not going to sit there every week and show you every single product because then I wouldn't really have anything for the end of the month. So hopefully that makes sense. You know, I'm just kind of going on a whim here and trying to figure it all out. So let's go ahead and get started. The first product I want to talk about is an amazing product, and it is not makeup related, but I feel like I really need to talk about it because I think it's amazing. And it's the Degree Motion Sense deodorant, and this is in the color, this is in the scent Shower Clean Invisible Solid. It's a 48-hour new improved protection. This is a really good deodorant. Now they have a ton, I'm talking about a ton of scents, like peach and this one and baby powder and seduct something, or I don't know, but there is a lot of them. I chose this one because it's really clean and I don't really like my armpits to smell fruity or anything like that. That's just a personal preference, but this is a really good deodorant. I love the Degree deodorant line. It's one of my favorites because I feel like it's the longest lasting on your armpits. I mean, and I'm not really one of those that really sweats under my armpits like a lot. I'm not really one of those that like smells real fast. I don't know how to explain it, but so I don't find like I have to reapply deodorant. Like I've known some people that they have to keep reapplying. I don't really find that I have to do that, but this one is 48-hour protection and it does last. Like the smell is pretty strong, so like I said, if you don't, you know, like a real strong smell, make sure you get something that's, you know, either, because I even think they don't, I think they have non-scented too as well. But anyway, you just, it is really like strong smell, but I find like the next day, like when you wake up at night, you know, in the morning time, you can still smell it like it's freshly applied. So I figure like if you're someone that's out all day in the heat, or you're an athlete or anything like that, I really think this is a good deodorant. I think it's amazing. I love how the scent really lasts, and I love the Shower Clean scent. It just makes it, you know, you smell really nice. So anyways, enough about deodorant. I'm just, you know, wanted to mention that. Again, I am growing my hair out and I'm sorry if I keep touching it. I know that drives a lot of people crazy, but I tried to like curl it today and do something a little bit different, and my bangs are kind of fallen and I'm just not used to, usually my hair is thrown up, but I had kind of like a bad haircut. Like I said, I am trying to grow it out and I needed a trim, and I went to this new lady, shame on me, and she like put a bunch of short layers in it and stuff, which it doesn't look bad, but now it's not as long, and so it's like really short up in here, and it's just kind of hard to play with because I'm so used to being able to flop it up, so excuse that. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let's go ahead and move on. Alright, so the next thing is by TRESemme, and it's the Thermal Creations. It works with heat appliances, and it's the Vitamin Enriched Curl Activator Spray. It creates and holds your curls. Looks like this. This is a really good product. Now, just want to let you guys know, it specifically says on here it's for curls. Well, if you're like me and don't pay attention and think it's like their TRESemme, like the regular heat protection, and you try to spray it in your hair and straighten it, it doesn't really work too well because this kind of like, it's a little bit lighter than like spraying hairspray onto your hair before curling it. It does, you know, it is a heat protector, but it kind of, not crunchy, but kind of gives like a little, I don't even know what I'm trying to explain here. It kind of gives like a little bit of a stiffness to it, but not crunchy. You'll have to use it to see what I mean, but I feel like it really does like the curl really locks in. I think it's a good product, but don't use it if you are going to straighten your hair because of that little stiffness. It just doesn't work. But this is a good product, very inexpensive from the drugstore, and I just feel like it really is a good product. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is some foundations. Now this one is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15 Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. I did talk about this in my weekly favorites. This is one of my favorite foundations that I have found this month, and I love it, and I totally give props to my weekly favorites because I would have never really pulled it out because I have so much foundations and I'm still always wanting more because so much comes out. But I really like this, you guys. It's a really good foundation. I'm in 1.2. I don't want to go into too much detail about it because I did go into quite a bit of detail in my weekly favorite, so I will link to that video below so you can kind of see a little bit more. If you guys want a full-on review, demo, definitely let me know. But this is a really good foundation. I love it. And then another foundation that I love, I've had this in my collection for a while. It was one of my all-time favorites, and then I just kept getting more stuff, so it kind of kept getting pushed to the back. But I love it, and it's the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. I'm in the shade Rose Ivory. Now, this foundation is very luminous. It's so beautiful on the skin. I don't find that it hugs to anything. It's just so, your skin looks gorgeous. Now, this is not very long lasting in the summertime, like when the humidity's high, when you're more apt to sweat. It just melts right off. It's not the longest wearing. I have been out like in the summertime when I've used it, and it kind of did, you know, melt off a little bit, so it's not really long wearing. So I do want to throw that out there. But now that it's getting cooler out, now the weather here is kind of like, it gets really cold and then warm, cold and warm, so it doesn't really know what it wants to do. So unfortunately, but when it does get colder, I do find that this is a great foundation because, you know, when it's colder outside, you're not really gonna sweat as much, I don't feel, and you know, your skin, like my skin in the fall and winter time, oh my god, it's so dry, it's not even funny. So this doesn't cling to any dry patches. It makes my skin look youthful and alive. I love the I love the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. Okay, another foundation. This was in my collection a long time ago. I'm wearing it today. I really like it. I do feel like the color is a little bit light for me, but drugstore foundations are so incredibly frustrating in finding a shade because like when I go to high-end, I'm either kind of like pink or I'm yellow, like I'm more neutral. So usually like I match to a color that's kind of pinky beige or pink, you know, pinky yellow or something. Where if you go to the drugstore, like it's either like straight up really crazy pink, which is not okay for me because I don't want to emphasize that much pinkness in my face, or they're like really way too yellow. So I usually tend to go for the more yellow side. But this one is a little bit too yellow, but I think it looks good. I think it looks pretty on the face and it covers really well. So let me go ahead and tell you what it is. It's the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion Foundation, and I'm in the shade 105 Classic Ivory. Now, as you can see, it is quite yellow, but when I put it on my face, it seems like a little bit light, but I don't know, CoverGirl foundations do kind of oxidize, so I usually like to go a little bit lighter in CoverGirl, but I think it looks really beautiful. I think my face looks really nice. It covered all of my blemishes because I always have blemishes of some sort going on anymore, and so I had some really bad ones in here, and it covered it, and I didn't have to use a whole lot of concealer, so I really like this foundation. For the price, it's a good one, so I definitely recommend it. Okay, a bronzer. I don't know if I mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned this in my weekly favorites, but I'm going to tell you because I love it. And it's the Becca Shadow&Light Bronze Contour Perfector. And I love Becca products. That's no surprise. I love their blushes, I love their highlights, and I love this freaking bronzer. I do have it on today. Usually I mix the two colors together. This bronzer is never orange. It's not orange at all. So if you're looking for a bronzer that's not orange, definitely pick this up. I got this back in June and it's just been like my holy grail bronzer. It's an amazing bronzer and I don't hear it talked about a whole lot on YouTube, which is crazy to me. But I usually just like mix them together and kind of like bronze up the face. But if I'm really wanting to contour, I'll just like bronze with this side and then contour with like the matte side. So it's a really nice nice bronzer. Like I said, never orange. And it's just, I don't even know if you can see that, but it's just really, really pretty. And I love it. I just love this bronzer. So I know I talked about it in my update current products I love video, but I just had to mention it because I use it all the time. So love it. Okay, a blush that I have been going crazy over, it's on my cheeks today, and it's by Nars, and it's Lovejoy. And this is just a beautiful blush. It's just a really pretty kind of like muted, like rosy tan with some gold shimmer that doesn't really transfer on the face. It's just a really pretty fall colored blush. It's very beautiful, it's very neutral, so it kind of goes with anything, and it's like I said, it's on my cheeks, and I just feel like it's just warms up my face, and it kind of gives that little bit of a rose tint to it. So I just really think it's a beautiful fall blush. Again, sorry I keep messing with my hair, it's just driving me crazy. Okay, I feel like I have so much stuff and I'm not even making a dent. Alright, for eye primer, definitely one of my favorites is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. Talked about it in a weekly favorites. Love this primer. My eyeshadow doesn't go anywhere. Love it. I'm not going to go into too much, but I just wanted to mention it. It is a staple for me this month. I love it. Okay, some tweezers. Now, I know my channel is a small channel, but like one of the most requested videos that I always see in the comments is eyebrow, do your a different girl. Again, shame on me, and they kind of got a little bit whacked, and I'm trying to fill some sparse areas in before I do that. But I'm going to do an eyebrow video and go in depth about what I do, how I trim, maintain them, maintenance them, all that stuff. But I was using the TRESemme tweezers, and I love those, but they're really, really sharp, and sometimes you have to be really careful because they will just like gut your skin up. I mean, I've just been bleeding and, not even meaning to. Ugh. I've just been bleeding and not even meaning to. It's just, they're so sharp. But I got this pair of Anastasia Beverly Hills tweezers, and I got them in a palette, and I don't remember which palette it was. The Catwalk, Lavish, I don't know, whatever palette I have. And I pulled these out the other day, and they're a lot wider, like in the tip, than my TRESemme, because I like the ones with the slant. And I don't know, I just feel like they're sharp, and they do get in there and get all the hairs, but I feel like they're just not as like, I don't know, what's the word, like, I don't know, like they're not as sharp. I don't know. I'm like lost for words today. I'm sorry. But yeah, they're really, really good. So I love these tweezers. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can buy these separately and not in a palette, but very good. I mean, when I see stuff like this included in palettes, I'm like, eh. But no, I mean, if you actually get them out and try them, it's pretty good stuff. So love it. Okay, some lash glue is the Revlon Precision Latex Lash Adhesive. This has latex, so if you're allergic to latex, I wouldn't use it, but they were all out of the Revlon lash glue that I normally use, which I don't even remember which one that is now. And they had this one. It works really good. I feel like it's even more like stickier and tackier and gets those lashes on there, because I have a hard time with lashes sometimes. But this is really good. I really like the Revlon Precision. It just has like a brush tip. It's kind of hard to get out of there, but it has like a brush tip, and it just makes it so much easier, and I love this. So like I said, I do find that this one is a lot more tackier and easier to work with than the other Revlon one, because the other one is kind of watery, and so I feel like it's hard to get that like consistency that you need, but this is a good one. Whew, I'm talking fast, and it's hot with all these lights. Okay, so we're almost done, guys. So, oh, excuse me, the lashes that I've been loving, which I don't know if you can see them on my eyes, hopefully you can, but they're the Red Cherry 110s. I don't have them in here because I'm wearing them, and basically they're just kind of like real like voluminous, and they're kind of like spread across evenly. I don't know, I just been really into like the bare eyes. Like I just have Makeup Geek Cream Brulee in the crease and just lashes. Like I've just been into that, and then like real subtle simple eyes, and then boom, pretty lips. So Revlon Red Cherry 110s are really, really nice. Definitely just go to Google and type them in, and you'll see what they look like. But I didn't have another pair to show you, or I'd have brought them out, but wanted to mention those as well. A brow product that I absolutely love, and I've talked about so much, and I just have to mention it because I feel like I just need to reach out to everybody because it's amazing, and it's Benefit Gimme Brow, and I am in the shade Medium Deep. I freaking love it. It just has like a really tiny like mascara like wand. It just really, now you do have to have eyebrow hairs, and I have plenty, because it kind of like grabs onto those and it kind of like fills them in, and you can shape them like real naturally. What I like to do is like fill in my brows and then go in with this. Like I said, I will be doing a brow video very soon, and you will see this bad boy in action because it's definitely part of my brow routine, and I had to mention it because I've really just been loving it. I got it over the summer, and oh, I can't live without that product. Okay, another drugstore product is Vaseline Lip Therapy, and this is the Rosy Lips. Now, I don't know if this is close to the Dior Rose, I don't even know what it's called, everybody raves about, I've never tried it, but this has a really nice rose scent, and it's just like those little Vaseline lip therapies, but it does kind of give you a little bit of a pink tint to your lips, but it's really hydrating, and I like the scent of the rose, so I've just been using that, you know, before I start my makeup routine. I put it on, that way my lips are nice and moisturized for whatever lip product I'm gonna go in with, so love that. Okay, the next thing is my Urban Decay The next thing is my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Oh, love it. I know I've talked about this recently, but I just, like I said, when I sat down to film this video today, I was like, what have you been using this month? What is standing out to you? And I just grabbed these products. So this is just stuff that I've just been loving. This is great. I'm almost out of it. This is a small size, but I've had it since the summertime, and I use it every time that I wear makeup. And I really find that it sets your makeup in. If you're looking a little powdery, it really kind of like diffuses that, and my makeup lasts forever. I can sweat, I can do whatever, and it lasts. So I love this. I do have the Chill Makeup Setting Spray, but it's, I don't find, like, it is hydrating, and I find that it's good in the wintertime, but I find that this one actually really helps my makeup last. So that's just my opinion, but you know. Alright, the last three things are lip products, and what's on my lips right now is MAC's Magenta Lip Pencil. It's just a really pretty magenta lip pencil. It's like right there, and the lipstick I paired with that is Up the Amp by MAC, and this is just a really, really pretty kind of like purple mauve-y color. I feel like with the magenta, it really does brighten it up a little bit, but I feel like this color is so neutral and so beautiful that you can actually, and this is amplified finish, by the way, so it's really pigmented, but you can use it like with Whirl Lip Pencil from MAC, anything like more neutral, and you could definitely make it more of a neutral base, maybe even strip down, something like that. But I love this lipstick. It's beautiful, but if you kind of want to change it up, you know, just pair it with magenta. It's beautiful. And I don't know where I heard that from. Somebody did that, and I was like, oh, it's amazing. But it's just really, really pretty. But again, you can definitely play up on the neutral part of that lipstick. It's beautiful. And the last lipstick, I've had this for 3 weeks now, and I've been meaning to include it in my weekly favorites, and I've been a bonehead and just kept forgetting to grab it, but it's the new Nars Audacious lipstick. This is in the color Raquel. Now I have like 5 or 6 more that I really want to get, but they're $32 a piece, so I've just kind of been holding off, but I will definitely pick them up, you know, as I can. But this is a beautiful, beautiful shade, and it's just a really pretty neutral shade, kind of a peach. It's, some people it's more pink, some people it's more peach. On me it's more peach, but super pigmented. These, you guys, are so moisturizing on your lips, but and they have more of like a matte finish, kind of like a satin matte, but they're like one little swipe and it's like boom. Formula I've ever used. It's just, I love my MAC, but this is just takes the cake. They're beautiful. And like I said, they are kind of pricey, but they're not limited edition, so that's why I'm not really like in a rush to grab them all, because I don't have a Sephora near me, and so it's kind of hard to like pick the colors, because sometimes like I'll be like, ooh, I'm gonna order that one, and then you get it and it looks totally different. So but I knew I wanted this one. Like I said, there's 5 or 6 more, but before I spend the $32 each, I want to go to the store and actually swatch them, you know, to see how they look on my skin tone and stuff. But Raquel is beautiful. I love pairing Raquel with MAC Spice lip liner. It's a beautiful nude lip. Oh my god, I love that. So that is my favorites for the month of September. Like I said, you know, when I sat down to do this video, this is the products that I definitely wanted to mention. Yeah, so, and again, sorry I didn't do a Sunday favorites, or Sunday favorites and fails, or whatever I call it nowadays, because I was sick, and I still kind of am, but I did want to get a video up for you guys. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoy. A brow video will be coming soon. Just let me know if there's anything else, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.